Hello everyone, it's Finesse here with part 3 of INCREMPIRE. Last episode we finished all of the frost biome. This episode we're going to jump into the swamp. It looks like we're getting 20x income, 12x enemy health, and 6x crystal density. That crystal density is going to help a lot with our blacksmith here. For all of our ore mined, we get different buffs, whether it be the cursor size of attack or the damage that it does. So hopefully we could get the entire map. That's what I've been shooting for, trying to just like cover the entire map with the cursor attack area. But we also need to get further in the tree. We've unlocked some things that we weren't seeing before, like extra damage, the arrow tower damage, the tower health. And it just goes down further, and there's these special nodes that we haven't even got to, like the runes, which we should be unlocking here soon, since we haven't got into the rune skill tree. And then hopefully we could get more building opportunity with the archer towers and whatnot, because we definitely need more defense for the blacksmith. So let's jump into the swamp and see what it's talking about. To start off, let's get more chain lightning. I think that's probably the best option. Cooldown isn't going to be as good, and tower regen, the income 30%, honestly I almost overlooked that, but I still think the chain lightning is going to be more worth it. Definitely looks like there's more ore. We'll be able to get our cursor attack up a lot with this. We get 3 at a time. That's the most ideal. That was 4. This is 2. Get these 2. Archer towers seem to be doing just fine by themselves. Wave 1 of the swamp, not looking too hard so far. The cursor damage isn't as high as I'd want it to be. Make sure we keep the blacksmith alive. So it looks like the larger ones split into smaller ones. So at first I was thinking there's not a lot of enemies, but looks like they're going to be multiplying pretty heavy here. Chain lightning's doing his job keeping us alive, but I can't keep us alive and the blacksmith, sadly. Archer towers are starting to drop. Hopefully we can attack, not lose that blacksmith. Looks like the frost is keeping us alive as well. Tower's doing great regen. Get a little bit more damage here. Okay, round 1 of the swamp seems to be going pretty smooth. The frost definitely kept us alive there, so keep that in mind. 75k bonus for that. Did we get enough gems to unlock runes, I wonder? I don't think we did. I think we probably got like 200 there. Yeah, we had about 170, we got 200. We need 500 total, yeah. Okay, what upgrades can we do? Tower health, tower regen, that was already doing pretty good. More buildings, we did say we want that for 100k, that's pricey. Frost Nova, adds bite to the emergency Nova. This is when we're about to die, it as a Frost Nova. This is the radius of it. Holds frozen enemies longer, this could be worth it. Arrow damage, the arrow towers were carrying as well. Black hole pulls enemies into collapsing black hole. That could be worth it as well. Okay, plenty of options here. I think to start, maybe go more buildings. Just to keep the blacksmith alive as long as possible. We'll remove that one. We'll bring in an archer tower. Then I say, what if we move these out? Still get an ore mine in. I have 3 more. It's another archer tower, at least, like right here. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. So this will be the weak area, because there's only 2 here. There's 3 here. Let's run with that. Let's go. Arrow count, cooldown, health, regen, chance for fort. I'm gonna just keep the chain lightning. It's never let us down. We could get some triples on the cursor here. Oh, I forgot about the plasma beam. We didn't even use that last time. We still beat it though. Not bad. Be good for these bulky guys. Make sure we get our cursor up more. Show the guys away. Honestly, I think it might be time to get one of the Inferno towers just for these really tanky guys. I think the arrows are doing okay, but Towers are still taking damage. Get some more attack there real quick. Okay, the blacksmith is exposed, so we need to keep that in mind. Tower regen's doing pretty good. Fast guys. Alright, so we lost the blacksmith, which is essentially us losing the round. That's the Frost Nova. The Frost Nova gives us an attack buff I was not aware of. We attack faster. Hold on, can we clutch this? I don't think we can, but we could try. Make sure we take out the weakest ones first. Archer Tower still helping. Clutch or kick moment here. They're so slow to where we get our plasma beam fast enough to just keep them off the tower overall. We're not doing any damage to them though. It looks like our lightning's doing most of the damage. Alright, 2 rounds completed back to back. Not bad so far. Okay, 250k bonus. That's something we definitely need for these upgrades we want. Let's see. Alright. Let's go ahead and Living Forge. The forge comes alive. The blacksmith building is removed and it costs refunded, but each mined ore still buffs your cursor until the round ends. Okay. So that's huge. We don't need the blacksmith protected anymore for 1,000. Instead of doing that, let's unlock runes. Let's see what they're talking about. What do these do? Arrow damage. Okay. Archer Tower health and Nova boost duration. I assume the boost is for after the Frost Nova. That's what it's referring to. Let's do arrow damage for sure. Doesn't matter where we put it. Just like in there. Can we also do this one? And this one? Okay, so we get all of them. And then it costs to upgrade. Okay. So from 11 to 12. It's not bad. We could pull runes for millions. It's a little pricey. 1 mil for 1 rune. But noted. I wonder how we unlock the extra spots. So I'm just further in. Okay, let's go back here. What did that unlock? More rune slots. Okay, that's how we unlock it. Reroll rune stat for price. And more tower health. This is one of the special nodes here. Unlock arcane balls, magical orb flying around the tower, damaging every enemy it hits. Okay, so it's rotating orb. I think that could be very useful. Let's do the black hole because it's cheaper. Black hole radius, black hole duration, cooldown. Gotta go with the cooldown. Max that out. Let's go up here to some of these cheap ones just to spend some cash and dive back in. I don't know how good the black hole is. Let's do the cursor to start. Hit some triples early on. So quadruple here. Triple here. And then got some singles. Oh, triple here. Double. Alright. Cursor range is going to be huge this round. Should we... Black hole radius increase would be nice. For sure. We're going to try to keep this stuff over here alive as long as possible. I think getting the blacksmith alive to where we don't have to protect it will be huge, being able to focus on the tower again. Yeah, the archer towers are just dying so fast. It's really hard to keep that blacksmith alive. But I forget that my tower has so much health and regen to where it kind of protects itself. Alright, that's the Frost Nova, which is fine. We'll just do like this and hopefully keep everything alive. Alright, blacksmith's gone. I want on our own now. These ranged ones here are doing a lot of damage. The cursor just does no damage, no base damage. We really need that blacksmith. But hey, we completed 3 of them back to back. 500k completion bonus on that one. Can't complain. Somehow we're just flying through this. Alright. That was 7 times crystal density. This is also 7 times crystal density, 30 times income. Let's get the arcane balls rotating. Let's get the radius increase as well. I don't really think we need duration right now. Tower health's kind of fine. Arrow damage could be big. Unlock shuriken. After killing an enemy, there's a small chance to spawn shurikens. Okay. So we start off with 2 balls. We can get up to, I assume, 5. Damage is only 8, which is kind of low. But all damage helps. We have 400 gems. Maybe upgrading's worth it, but I think we're gonna try to save those for the living. Where is it at? This thing, living forge. So we'll save those. Let's do arrow count. Try to maximize the arrows. You can see the 2 circling orbs, which is nice. These definitely do a lot. Okay, yeah, they're melting my stuff over here. Oh. Wow. It's always the range units that just do so much damage. I could do to save the forge there. Okay, it got really hard really quick. 57 enemies left. Just focus these. It's alright. We beat the other ones pretty easy. Looks like we got some rune rewards as well. So let's go check that out. Thunder damage, Nova boost. Gotta take the thunder damage. I wish I could upgrade this, honestly. I'm a huge fan of chain lightning. We got 100k, which we can spend on what? This isn't bad. Frost. Rune rerolls we don't need quite yet. Let's max this out because it's cheap. These are also both cheap. Let's do more regen. Okay, let's do cursor crit chance and cursor damage. That could be nice. Get some of these triples. Okay, that is a big black hole, which is good to see. I'll keep this stuff over here alive. Maximize damage output. 4 stack over there. Good. I just need to make sure that I'm also hitting the gems as I'm like defending stuff. And then make sure I'm focusing the distance enemies. Because the cursor does do a lot of damage right now. Some quick hits. So. Okay, still a lot of enemies left. We cleared this clearing pretty quick though. Hit those. I'm not seeing many ranged ones. couple multiplicative ones. All right, here come the range. I'll focus this side first. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Frost Nova's gonna activate here in a second. We really need that. Make sure we get all the ranged ones. Like so. Alright. Frost Nova saved us. Clutched up. Level 17 complete. 750k bonus, that's huge. Looks like we still have another one in the swamp here. Flying to these. Hopefully we can get a ×8 crystal density. It is. Nice. Okay. Now with that, let's go ahead and get this with 1,000. This is building health. We don't quite need that yet. Let's see what else we can unlock. Tower health we don't need. I think I'm gonna go shurikens. These are very expensive upgrades. 400k in the bank. Maybe black hole duration. Yeah, 6 seconds is huge. Do some Frost Nova upgrades because they're cheap, and some health upgrades. What is this? Oh, right. Okay. I forgot we didn't grab this because we didn't really need it. And then over here we can probably upgrade this once. Yeah. Oh, more than once. Nice. And then here, the blacksmith is no longer here, as you can see. So instead of defending it, we'll do maybe one of these and one of these. We'll put this out here. We'll get another ore mine. We have 3 mines and an inferno. Yeah, I like that. Maybe an inferno like over here. Obviously, we're gonna go cursor crit. Be very useful. Some stacks here. More stacks here. Wow, our tower just took a lot of damage out of nowhere. Okay. Make sure we're helping over here. Inferno's taking some heavy damage. Look like we are taking a lot of damage on the main tower as well. Make sure that honestly, I would like more chain lightning. I wonder if there's future upgrades for that, because it doesn't look to be activated as often as I'd like it to be. But overall, we don't look to be doing too bad. 20 enemies left. The mines are still up towards the end as well. And we're still able to upgrade because we have the blacksmith upgrade, and we can just sit here like this and it should clean it all up pretty smooth. Nice. Alright, that was definitely a lot easier not having to protect it. We got some more room. Million coins. Jesus. Alright. 700 of the gems as well. Looks like this next one's going to be the boss. 10 times crystal density from 8, so that's also huge. Maybe 2 bosses. Let's see what we can do here to prepare for this. Honestly, more buildings would not hurt. I don't know if I want to spend 500k. Which is just one upgrade for now. Let's do... we gotta roll for a rune. Let's do the shurikens. With pierce. Nice. Chance is higher. We don't need orb speed. Let me more orbs. And then let's see what we got here. Barricade health, force ball damage, barricade health. Wait, are these both barricade? Alright. That's a little odd. But you can stack them. Interesting. Cursor radius. Shuriken damage. Double shuriken damage. I like the cursor radius maybe over the Nova boost duration. And then I think overall we upgrade. How far can we upgrade this? Hold on. What if we upgrade those and then like salvage some of these? Are they worth salvaging yet? No, not really. I don't want any of them, so we'll go ahead and salvage them real quick. Just to upgrade this even more. And then we'll do Archer Tower Health, Arrow Damage. Yeah, I like that. And we're ready to rock. Let's do Arrow. I like the Pierce as well. Definitely a larger starting radius on the cursor. Double black hole down here. It's good to see. Okay, the fast guys do a lot of damage. I think I'm noticing. Alright, we're taking more damage than I want to be. That's alright. I was hoping to keep the towers up longer. Make sure we're targeting some of the ranged enemies. Get a double hit here for the cursor upgrade. Wow, we are really getting overran here. Maybe more tower regen would help. Okay, Frost Nova. Yeah, the bosses are just eating us alive. Okay, we need more damage. How we're gonna get that is a great question. Maybe just more. How much do we get the mines? Oh, wrong thing. We need to go 650. So the mines are paying themselves off. I don't think the Inferno is. So maybe we'll replace that. Oh, we did get the upgrade as well, so we can place more things. What if we went 1, 2, 3, put them over here like so. Got another mine here. If we did like that. Helps on both sides, extra mine. And then we can't really spend anything here. Yeah, there's not much left. Let's do lightning. Any simple. Oh, this is a huge one right here. Just need to make sure we get all of these early on. And we can attack as we collect them. Yeah, not bad. I also like having the archers on this side. I can leave the left to defend itself a little bit more. And it gives the right side some grace while I get my cursor damage and size up more. Okay, got some ranged enemies out here. Some fast guys coming in. Oh, I need regen. Okay, that was a pretty quick Frost Nova. Yeah, these fast guys come in and do so much. Okay. We don't have the Frost Nova for the bosses, so I am afraid they're going to come in here and do a lot of damage. Yep. That was quick. We got 700 gems from it, though, so it is still paying off. Let's do another rune slot. Wouldn't be bad. Not bad at all. Building health wouldn't be bad either. What are the other upgrades? Mine production. Okay, that's not bad. Mage tower damage isn't bad. Spend some gold on orb damage. Destroy an enemy projectile upon contact. Okay. For 1 million. Let's just jump back into it. Crit on the cursor. Never hurts. Need to make sure we're also capitalizing the black holes. Because I feel like we don't. Like that. Make sure we're helping these archer towers as much as possible. We did get more building health. Okay, so far so good. Okay, these fast guys come in and just do so much damage so quick. There's the Frost Nova, sadly. This chance to clean up. All these range over here get cleaned up. Maybe focus the down range right here. And then the bosses are coming. We're gonna do any damage at all to them. Yep. Alright. Still got 700 from that. So that's 1,000 there. Maybe it's time for a rune slot. I also like the idea of more mine production. That's basically double in the mine production. Let's go rune slot. What is this? Another rune slot there. Queen's favorite. Only legendary rarities can be called for 2.5 mil. That could be huge. Wow, that's a lot more rune slots. Let's do black hole duration and cursor damage. There aren't 4 ones over here. Cursor radius and cursor damage. Can we increase this? We can increase this too. Increase that once. I definitely would like more runes, so maybe more gold would be appropriate. Let's do, I think arrow count, just because we have so many arrow towers. Some triples here. Plenty of triples. I like the way these are set up. Clear out the left side first. I don't think there's a max on this. I haven't noticed one yet, which is good. Okay. Help this side out a little bit. Right side's getting cleared pretty quick. Bottom to the left. Alright, there's a ranged one here. There's some ranged ones coming the left and the bottom. Focus those. Looks like we lost all of our right side. Alright, here come the bosses. We will have the Frost Nova for the bosses, which will help. I'm hoping now. It's just not enough. There's not enough damage there. Wait, hold on. Did I speak to someone? Yeah, there's not enough. I thought maybe if we killed one, they just do so much. We did get some runes though. Let's see what those are about. Cursor crit damage. That's huge. Cursor damage again. So we have what, 2 cursor damage? This one and this one. Force ball and Nova cursor radius boost. I mean, just because we have them, we'll grab them, but... Oh! Okay, so when you complete them, there's even more boosts. That's solid. I think we just go ahead and use these to upgrade the mine production finally. And then maybe cursor damage on one of these too. Yeah, good enough for me. Legendary Crackling Stone. 35% chance to 2 max chain lightnings and 5.5 second lightning strike cooldown. So... definitely going to give us the more lightning we've been wanting. Hit both of these. I can, nice. That lightning cooldown hopefully is pretty solid for us. So far it seems to be. Make sure we're Hit in these fast ones. They do the most damage to our buildings. Make sure we're getting everything. Get these ranged ones out here. Ranged ones there. Okay, we're just surrounded by them. Just gotta play clean up here. Hopefully we can stay alive here long enough to use the Frost Nova on the boss. Okay. Frost Nova. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the boss with it. Yeah. Dang. Okay, we did get more gems though. 1,000 gems. I think upgrading this was definitely worth it, so maybe throw another upgrade at it. And then just immediately jump back in. The lightning damage was not enough for us to beat it. We gotta beat this. We gotta take out this boss. I was right that there was a double boss, so I wouldn't be surprised if double is the new standard in these later rounds as well. Make sure we're taking out these fast guys. I like that they like run off whenever you're about to hit them. You can just pretty much scare them away from the stuff. Okay, keep the mines alive as long as possible here. So that at the end of this run, hopefully we have a lot of gems. Okay. Here comes the boss. Also, here comes the Frost Nova. We'll focus the left boss before the Frost Nova. Alright. Maybe we could take one out before it's over. Okay, we did take one out. But the second one is still so strong. Oh, wait. We took it out. We took it out. Hold on. Hold on. Can we lock in here? Tower is slowly regenerating. I don't see any range. We're barely in there. I'm getting greedy and trying to multi-target the mobs and the remaining gems as well. Oh, come on. Lightning's definitely helping when they're grouped like that. I think we got it though, so I'm gonna get some more gems. Alright. Boom! We beat the swamp. 1.5 million from that. 1,600 gems. Alright, not bad. We flew through the swamp until that last one. The boss got really hard out of nowhere. Let's see what we got next. Okay, next we have the desert. 65 times more income, 22 times more enemy health, and 12 times crystal density. This could be worth it. We're gonna go ahead, jump into it. Let's go with, we have 2 million, huh? This is 2.5 million. Do we save and try to go for Queen's favorite? Just save all of our coin and only spend gems? Could be an option. Projectile evaporation. Destroy enemy projectiles upon contact. I say we only spend gems. And if that's the case, then we go for the crystal mine. And then maybe like some like cursor damage upgrades just to spend the rest. Poison damage, black hole duration, arcane, black hole direction. What if we did black hole over black hole duration? Arcane ball damage. No, I think we're fine. What are these? These are 1.4, 0.9. What is this one? 1.35. It's basically the same, just 1.43. It's not a big difference. Let's see where we could go with it. Let's do tower health and regen. Stay alive longer. What are these? What do attacking these do for us? Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. So maybe we don't want to attack those. start getting our cursor upgraded before it's too late. Yeah, more cursor upgrades up here for... These guys definitely have a lot more health and it's noticeable. There's also ranged enemies now. Okay. Can't really take them all out. There's a Frost Nova. Do as much damage as possible. Oh my god. There's just bosses everywhere. This is the first wave of the desert. And we're going against the plains boss. We're going against the swamp boss. There's range. We have extra tower regen. It doesn't matter. Wow. Alright, we got a lot of runes from that. But, how do we beat that? That is the first one of the desert. Yikes. We still didn't get enough coin for this $2.5 million upgrade, so we're just going to have to spend more gems. I don't think we really need mage tower damage since we're not using a mage tower. Building health would be nice, but everything really needs gold right now, so let's check out some runes, I guess. Thunder, let's see what we have first. Poison, Archer Tower health, Black Hole, Barricade, Arcane Ball, Cursor crit damage. That's worth. Tower health is also worth. Arrow, Cursor, Thunder, Boost. The boost is worth it. Force Ball damage we don't need. So let's do that crit one. Actually, let's do Tower there. Tower health, Archer Tower health, Black Hole duration we don't need as much as crit, Cursor crit. But we just need to unlock these and throw these in there. We can salvage them all for 400, but there's no need to do that. Instead, let's go for Cursor base damage. Yeah, let's just do that one. Ooh, okay, so we upgraded it to green and also unlocked Cursor crit damage. Interesting. I wonder how high we can upgrade these. Okay, so maybe we focus Cursor upgrades on these when we have extra gems. But for now, let's just continue to save the gold. Let's do Tower Health and Regen again. Definitely kept us alive last time. I think we were pretty close to beating that, but I didn't expect the bosses. If I focus the bosses, it should be a lot easier. I also need to get my Cursor damage up early on, because I was just focusing killing things and not actually getting more damage to kill things. So far, loving this. All right, I like how it's starting to get a little bit more complicated. Make sure we're focusing bosses a little bit. We got 2 of them over here. Wouldn't hurt to keep our stuff alive longer as well, as hard as that is turning out to be. The energy balls just don't come back quick enough, it looks like. There's a Frost Nova. Use the Frost Nova and the bosses over here. 34 enemies left. This is so far so good. I will say, I don't think it's as much density as I thought it would be. I feel like I'm not getting as many gems as I want. Also, the bosses are different. It didn't give us the swamp boss, which is a lot harder than these bosses. But I'm not complaining about it. Alright. Level 20 complete. First one of the desert. Let's see what the second one's talking about. This was 22 times more enemy health. This one is going to be 24. And they do more damage, but again, more crystal density. Went from 12 to 14. Income went from 65 to 85, so can't complain. We got 4.8 mil, so we can definitely get the Queen's Favorite upgrade now. Thunderball, this skill was created based on feedback from the Discord community. Use it with caution. Oh lord. Okay. Kind of like the sound of that. We'll see where it goes. Let's do building health there. Let's go ahead and upgrade. I want to see what some of these are. What is this one? Let's do this upgrade to see what this is. Tower health and regen. That's fine. Let's do a rune roll. Okay, that is not worth 1 million, just for clarity. We probably got more things though. Frozen, Force Ball, Poison, Arcane, Black Hole, Nova, Barricade, Arcane, Black Hole, Force, Shuriken, Poison, Freeze, Freeze, Black Hole, Poison, Thunder, and Archer Tower Health. So what I'm going to do with all these is salvage them. I don't like any of them. And then maybe go ahead and upgrade another cursor damage a bit. Up to 18, I think 25 is probably when it changes, or 20. So we'll keep that in mind. Some of these are pretty close. And then there's still more we can buy here. Do another orb. I think we'll focus orb and then shurikens, but the shurikens do have pierce, which could be useful. This is 2,500. We need to focus that eventually. This is 5 million, so not getting into that quite yet. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, only legendaries. We have shuriken spawn chance, damage, count, pierce, and bounce. We can do extra balls with more damage and speed, or black hole cooldown. I like the shuriken because it's when we damage an enemy or kill an enemy, and there's so many enemies where there just be shurikens flying everywhere when we kill them. It's a pretty high chance with them. They also bounce and they also pierce, so definitely worth it. Let's see. Keep these towers alive if we can. Definitely just need more density on these crystals. I feel like my cursor isn't doing enough damage or isn't big enough. Wow, this boss came out of nowhere. Just like 1 minute it wasn't there, next minute it's there. Wow. Okay. Can we kill it before it kills us? It looks like the regen's doing pretty good to keep us alive long enough to kill it without the Frost Nova. Oh dang, we have to use a Frost Nova. Okay. Try to kill as many enemies as we can with that. I'm not seeing any other bosses quite yet. There are still 2 inside the tombs. But I should be able to kill the remaining enemies. Because they don't do as much damage as I thought they would now that we have the health and the regen. And I do see the shurikens flying everywhere, which are helping us kill them so fast. Alright. And smooth sailing on that. Alright, that boss is there. I'm going to collect more of these. Okay, that's the boss we don't like. So we'll focus this one. The other ones seem to be permanently frozen on the right side. Can't complain. I don't think this does enough damage for us to not regen faster. It doesn't, which is good. And that is level 21 complete. 3 million completion bonus for that, which is nice. Let's jump into 22. Oh, let's make sure we're clicking on 22 here. Let's do some upgrades. What upgrades do we want though? I think it was like 2,500 for this, yeah. So we just need another 500. We got a lot out of that last one. Let's finish the ball as much as possible. We've got to spend 1 million on that one, which isn't bad. Let's do some more Shuriken Pierce first. That's the most important one. For this one, negative 10% income on this if we do the arrow. So I think we just go with the lightning. Have it constantly chain lightning. I wish we can upgrade the cursor attack speed. I know we have damage and radius, but attack speed would be really nice to have. I also haven't paid much attention to how much the Archer Towers help. Not intentionally, but I wonder if they are worth it or not. They seem to stay alive longer health-wise, but I don't know how much damage output there is. I don't know if there's really a way to check stats. We got the bad boss on us, which again doesn't do a lot of damage, but doesn't give us a chance to heal against all the other things. So they're gonna hit a supernova. And we'll try and focus it down. Start focusing all the other enemies, but look how many they are. Mind you, we have the chain lightning upgrade. This is just so many, 250 enemies. And we're dead. All right. We got 1,500 from that, so 3,600 total, which is good. We can go ahead and get this rune slot upgrade. We can pop over here and see what runes we have to put in there. Ball Force, Thunder. Thunder won't be bad for now. Frozen. Poison, poison damage. Tower Regen wouldn't be bad. Tower Health isn't bad, so we'll throw those two in. And we need two, so let's just do damage to Frozen. And let's do damage to poison. Those two will get swapped, but we got a 2 times bonus on everything now, right? This goes from 15 to, we put this one in. It's still 15. Maybe it's 2x for this stuff. This is next stat unlocked at 20, so let's do a double upgrade on this one. Cursor damage and freeze duration, interesting. This is cursor radius, upgrade at 20s. Can we get enough for that? No, I don't think we can salvage enough for that, so we'll have to come back. Still have $1 million in the bank. Let's grab this upgrade, so these are maxed out. Then we'll focus the Shuriken next. Let's do lightning. Curse, freeze chance, frost arrow chance, damage to frozen enemies. It's 100% more damage with more frozen, which might be more worth it. Because I feel like the lightning just, even with 2 more max chain links, I just don't think it does enough. So let's do this. Let's knock some of these out real quick. Alright, we got them all. Now we should start focusing the ranged guys. Luckily they have really low health, which is good. Okay, boss is here. That's pretty much all we're going to be focusing now. I think it would be nice to have a single Inferno Tower just for this specific boss. Maybe like 1 on each side. But I don't know if I could keep it alive long enough with all the other mob for it to matter. Hopefully we could kill this boss before it gets any closer. It's not looking like it though. Probably gonna hit a Frost Nova every time we go get this boss. Oh, nope. Okay, we defeated the boss and then hit a Frost Nova, which is unfortunate, but I'm not gonna complain. There are still 100 enemies, so we really need to start knocking these out. Remember, we do 100% more damage to Frozen, so I think if they're frozen, we just focus them. Because that 100% damage could also be multiplicative with our crit. And this boss is here again. Man, 2 of them back to back. I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive this. Hopefully our regen can out-heal the boss and we can focus everything else, which is what it's looking like. But at the moment that boss gets some help from these ranged, he'll be cooked. Alright. That worked out really well. We now know that that boss does not do enough damage to kill us alone. Level 22 complete. Smooth. 5 million reward from that. Let's go from 16 crystal density and 110 income to 110 to 140 and 16 to 20. Nice. All right, let's do. We got 5 mil, so we should probably do this upgrade from the Discord community. Use it with caution. Nice. We'll grab that. Thunder damage for 1 million. We'll wait for that. We'll come back. Let's go with the Shuriken upgrades. We don't need bounce. I say we finish off Pierce. We'll upgrade the chance. And then obviously damage can come last because that's all the money. Let's get an upgrade on this. Push it to 20, which gives us damage to poison. Do we have any better upgrades here? Cursor damage can replace one of these two. I'm going to say damage to poison. Cursor crit damage. I say we go ahead and upgrade this to level 20. Nice. So cursor damage and cursor crit. Let's probably swap these two. Keep the cursor importance in here. That's damage to poison, freeze. I say we upgrade this one to 20 next. Barricade health? Oh, come on. That's not good. I don't like any of these. I want like cursor damage and cursor radius or cursor crit. What else do we have? Tower health. Could get something good with that. Black hole duration. That's pretty far off. Cursor crit damage. I didn't even realize this one was over here. We'll put some into it, but I don't think we'll get it to 20 yet. We could if we salvage these. So let's salvage those and then upgrade this mage tower. Speaking of, I think we need one of those. So what if we replace a archer and a mine with a mage, and then just throw a barricade next to it to keep it alive longer. Cursor damage, cooldown, radius, crit chance, and crit damage. That's a steal. Starting off big on the cursor radius as well. Attacks so fast. There's 3 boss tombs here, so we'll keep that in mind. Try and keep the Inferno alive for those bosses. This will be my main focus. One boss spawn on the left. So far, so smooth. Make sure we hit the group when they're in that black hole. I think black holes have amazing AoE. Hopefully we can keep this Inferno alive. It's not looking like we're going to be able to. Maybe if we got a perk for like damage while they're in a black hole. Look at that range increase. We're hitting like a truck. There's still 250 enemies alive though. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And focus the ones as they're in the black holes. Get the ones off of our tower as well. We can multi-target the black hole in the tower. Like so. I think some tower regen would be worth it at this point, just because how often we're getting hit. Oh, we're just deleting them. Nice. Those crits are coming in really strong. And that's a completion. Cursor damage was definitely worth it on that legendary upgrade because the crits just hit so hard on that one. Level 23 complete. We got a lot of runes from that. We'll go check them out. 7.5 million completion bonus on top of 3 million earned. All right, let's see what the income increase is. We're going back from 140 to 175. We're going from a 20x crystal density to 25. These are huge jumps. Let's finish the shuriken. Super cheap now. We'll give it some bounce. Give it more damage. We'll give it more spawn count. Nice. I did say we need more regen, so we'll go ahead and get an upgrade for that. We'll get more tower health as well. We'll be able to do re-rolls. Flying through these upgrades. We'll do mage tower damage. Not that we need it, but you know, it's relatively cheap. Jump in here, see if we got any upgrades. Shuriken, barricade, cursor boost, thunder damage, tower regen, thunder damage, tower, arrow damage, cursor damage here, right here. Okay, let's replace. What do we want? Maybe thunder damage with cursor, and then maybe upgrade it as much as possible. And tower health regen. That's not a good one. Well, you get what you get. Let's salvage these. And with that, this is my best one, these two right here. So maybe we upgrade those. Next level 40. Just put one into it. Let's do damage to frozen. I think that could be beneficial. We'll just focus the frozen enemies. Nice. Plenty of density early on, which is nice. Make sure we focus these black holes. Plenty of black holes popping up left and right, which is good. Looks like the Inferno Tower got killed pretty early on. There's just so many enemies. Okay. We got the bad boss as well. It's an early Frost Nova. Let's got the boss. Got some of the mobs. It was a very early Frost Nova. I'm kinda nervous now. The range, guys, is just destroying me. So much range. Okay, let's go back. We will get... Thunder damage doesn't seem bad. I feel like we're close to maxing out, though. Let's get regen. What do we get? We got more thunder damage. What if we replace arrow damage with thunder damage? That's 13. This is 16, so that's already more damage overall. And it does chain. So if we are going to go that route, Archer Tower health, Black Hole, arrow, regen. We'll salvage the rest of those. Let's get this upgraded. Oh, it also gives cursor. Now we're talking. Let's rotate tower health. Let's rotate this in. These are my important ones. And then just because we'll go ahead and upgrade this some more. Actually, let's lock this because it's good. We'll lock this because it's good. We'll lock... No, we'll unlock that. We'll lock this one. Everything else, Loki, can be rotated out. I wouldn't care too much. This definitely can. This is another thunder damage, so we'll start focusing upgrading that. Yeah, we'll upgrade this a lot to 17. We'll rotate it out for that one, and we'll see what the second roll is. I think other than that, the Inferno's not worth it anymore. Just want to get as much as I can out of this. So remove this. Honestly, we'll just remove these. Get an ore mine for a little bit more. Yeah, we'll just do like that. I'll put it down here because I focus that side more. Cursor. Obviously, look at that 6 stack. Building health is really good, so hopefully I can keep the mine down here on the left alive a good amount of time. Okay, we lost it. I think it gave us a good amount. It also might be worth to get rid of the mines and just focus Archer Towers for help, but I don't think it's really worth it. We need a tower that does really good AoE. So I'll go look at the buildings and see what we have. Other than Inferno, the Barricade, and Archer Tower, I honestly don't even remember what other options there are. I haven't really paid too much attention to it. Okay, we got the big bad boss over there. There's just so many enemies, I can't even focus on them quite yet. So I have to, like, right now. We are doing really good damage to him. Wow, okay, we killed him, which is good. Hopefully we can get our regen up. Just have to slowly get rid of some of these ranged guys. It looks like a cluster, but there's a strat to it, I promise. The damage is good. The shurikens are just flying everywhere. So far, smooth. We're still getting more spawns to upgrade, which is nice. 5 enemies left. One is the boss down here. Nice, that's dead, that's dead. And that is level 24 with a 10,000 gold, or 10 million gold bonus. We got 2,300 gems from that. A lot of gems. Okay. Now we are on level 25, 200x income, 30x crystal density. The enemies have 40 times more health and do 3 times more damage. So that's gonna hurt if they touch me. Rune wise, did we get anything? Archer Tower freeze, poison, freeze, damage to frozen, Nova, poison, cursor damage is a good one that we will swap with maybe damage to frozen. Region, health. Yeah, we'll switch this one for this one. And then we'll finish upgrading the Thunder, which is really expensive. We got Mage Tower. That's a bummer. But we can salvage it for 2,500. This one will get upgraded a little bit. Arcane Ball, also not as good. Man, not the best outcome for us. Tower health regen. And they're not really close. We'll just salvage these because we don't want any of those really. We could do a pool, but we're not going to. This is 5 mil, this is 4 mil. Just max those out. This is 500k. Oh, there's some more buildings. Wow, I can't believe I ignored that long. Leave a comment if you noticed that. Let's do increase building health, mage tower damage. This will be our next focus for sure. And just thunder damage. Those are cheap. For this, let's do more archer towers. Maybe get rid of. We have 5 left. Yeah, so it's really just archer or mage. The mud's not worth it. The barricade can go like right here. Now that's maxed out. Shuriken or frost? I say the shurikens are everywhere already, so more damage wouldn't hurt. Yeah, we'll do that one. Go ahead and get the early cursor damage increase. The energy balls fly. Keep these mines alive if we can. No, the mines just die so fast. I don't even think they're worth it, but I gotta say the same thing about every other building. They just need extreme building health upgrades. We are taking a lot of damage even with the increased health and the increased regen. Our cursor is not doing nearly enough to keep us alive. We'll use this boost to get rid of a lot. Look at the shurikens fly as we just kill all of that. 435 more enemies. These monsters are probably gonna overrun me here. I don't even know what this is. Centipede boss, it looks like. This should be a boss round, so kind of checks out. How it's just wrapping around us is so creepy. We could get our tower to get some proper regen, kill some of these ranged guys, so that it can have a chance to. It looks like the centipede just slowly gets closer. And I assume it's gonna strangle us or do like direct wraparound damage. Yep. Okay. Wow. That was rough. We did get a green rune out of that, which is nice. 5 million gold, 2,400 gems. It's a good payout. I'll give it that. I don't think Mage Tower would be worth it. We don't have enough for this. We're a little bit shy. Rune-wise, we got Shuriken damage and tower health. And that is good. We got cursor damage here. Let's upgrade and see what we get from that. Mage Tower. That's not worth it either. Maybe these locked ones we upgrade. I'll just salvage off the other ones. Thunder and cursor. Cursor. I think this one, just because it's the highest, we'll just put some into it. It's at 30. We need to get it to 40. And then we'll do cursor upgrade. Okay. Get all the gems. Upgrade the cursor even more. So we are definitely going to need it. upgrades here. Make sure we're focusing those black holes, because I always forget. And hopefully we don't get any crazy bosses. It looks like we just got the 2 frost bosses right now. I definitely need to be focusing the range guys. I let them get too close. Huge mistake on my part. That's a super early frost nova, which is probably going to cost us in the long run. The boss is here, but I don't even think we can focus it with how many mobs are still on the screen. Make sure we're getting all the range, which is like a nice slow motion around. Every once in a while we'll throw the energy ball. I think the lightning is helping, but only to a certain extent. There's just so many mobs. 250 still on the screen. Alright, down to 200. I mean, it's not going terrible. I will say we're not doing nearly enough damage to this boss. It's gonna get close enough and we'll probably one-tap us here in a second. Yep. Okay, we got another nice rune, so go look at that. Nova boost duration and poison damage, not what we're looking for. Cursor radius. We'll do a quick upgrade on that, see where it gets us to. Barricade health, we don't need any of that. We'll savage it. We'll go back here. I need 3k for that. This is affordable now for 7.5. The Thunder Ball. It looks like these are the only upgrades we have left, so not too bad. I guess the Mage Shire might be important at a certain point, but I don't like it, so I'm not gonna grab that. I will go back over here. 1200 for a single upgrade is crazy. I'd like to probably get some of these things upgraded. Tower Region wouldn't hurt. It also does Cursor Crit, that's nice. Archer Tower Health wouldn't hurt. We need one more upgrade for that. And then we can also start rolling now that we have an excess of gold. We're gonna go Cursor here. Let's do this. Right. So far, so smooth. Oh, we got the bad boss. It's gonna be an early Frost Nova, which sucks, but we'll make the most out of it, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Let's get rid of as many enemies as possible. Not bad. Down to 350. Wow, this boss is back again, so we got 2 of them. Looks like we did a lot of damage to the middle of that boss as well, the centipede boss. Unintentionally, but we'll take it. This boss should be dead. Nice. And then now as we kill things, we'll focus the centipede. This middle piece is what we have damaged, so I wonder if we could kick it back a little bit, maybe. Let's see, as we destroy it. Oh, it does reduce it, but I mean, to what extent? We need to do a lot more damage than what we're doing to kill this thing. It's still wrapping around us. It's not enough damage output. We're trying though. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. I feel like if we had the Frost Nova now, it'd be easy, but we don't. Okay. Dang, that sucks. 6 mil there. Maybe we'll get another Thunder. And that's pretty much it. We just can't get over 3k for this. But I don't even think it's worth it at this point. I think upgrading these are more worth it. Barricade, Arrow, Tower, Radius Boost, Tower Health, and Poison. So let's get this upgrade. Some more mage tower. Don't like that. Nova cursor radius. Don't need tower health. I think this is worth to keep us from hitting that Nova. Poison pool duration. That's not. Alright. Now we're going to start focusing other things. Again, we'll get cursor. I feel like it's the best upgrade we can have. I think we're lucky that we've gotten it so many times in a row. So no complaining from me. Get all of these for the early upgrades. That was a really good lightning just popped. Let's wait on getting the bosses to spawn if we can. We'll try to avoid those tombs. Make sure we're attacking the ranged guys. They seem to be doing the most stuff. There's just so many of them. Alright, so the main boss is here, so we need to make sure we focus that if we hit a Frost Nova. Which is good that we lasted this late. Hopefully we can last just a little bit longer because I want to use that Frost Nova as late as possible. And then I also want to make sure we're using it on these bosses too, so we'll go ahead and try to activate those. Okay, so far so good. That's the really bad boss there too, which is perfect for Frost Nova. There. Oh, we killed that. Cool. Save us a little bit more time. Can we Frost Nova anytime soon? This would be perfect. Perfect. Alright. Oh, we still die. Okay, so we definitely needed the proc before it's on our tower. We'll just intentionally do that. Wow. I was not expecting that. Maybe don't even need building health. Maybe don't. Thunder damage. Cursor. We'll do some quick upgrades on this one. Oh, that's cursor and thunder. That's nice. Cursor, tower regen, mage tower, thunder. We'll swap this one for cursor and thunder. Arrow. Okay, the rest of them don't really matter. So we'll salvage them. That gives us 6k. 6k is definitely a couple upgrades on this, but let's do this one just because it's all super cheap. Yeah, this is definitely not worth it. Can we do another pool? Maybe another pool? And another one? Okay. Let's upgrade this. That's more worth it. So swap that out. And then for this one, we'll swap, actually we'll swap this, and we'll lock both of these. Salvage the rest. Maybe hit an upgrade on base damage of the, no, let's finish this one. 33. Because we don't need any of these upgrades. Get another cursor here. Start knocking these out early, as always. I think we got it this go if we play it smart. We need to avoid the tombs, take out the ranged, and also make sure we're getting our upgrades. The tombs are in very awkward spots to avoid, so we might proc one or two. We'll proc this one. Yeah, that's a good boss. That's fine. That one proc, it's a good boss, which is fine. Just focusing range. Okay, we procced that one on accident, and it's a really bad boss, so looks like our lightning is doing great. Killed that pretty quick. It's proccing really good. The main boss is spawned, which is good. We'll wait a little bit before Frost Novaing. Hopefully we can time this properly. Get some more upgrades over here. Nice. Upgrade there, upgrade here. Gotta make sure we hit those crystals for those upgrades as they spawn in. Focus the boss a little bit. Okay. And I think now's when we need it to proc, so we're gonna try to like focus off of it. Like so. Let them hit me, hit me, hit me. Procs. Focus the middle. Okay. Okay, that might have worked. I honestly think that might have worked if we just focus the boss now. Only the very end is still strong. What I tell you, we had it. Okay, I don't want to get too cocky. It's not over yet. Make sure that we get as many lightning procs as possible. Come on. Alright, last one. Nice. Alright. 50 million completion. We completed the desert at level 25. Whew. That was a run. Probably one of the harder bosses just because it immediately one taps. Level 25 is the completion of normal mode. We have unlocked hard mode, which will have to be an entire another series. Absolutely love this. The end game went really smooth between the swamp and the desert. I like that. You can kind of see when the skill tree was starting to max out. I love that they have the cursor upgrades. It actually makes it worth it to focus on your cursor. But that is going to be the end of this series. That is going to be the end of episode 3 of INCREMPIRE. If you even like this series, please like the video. Go back and watch the other ones if you haven't. Please feel free to like and subscribe and comment. I'll see all you guys' comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. This is all. It's Finesse.